You may have heard the story of a woman who ordered a coffee from McDonald's, placed it between her legs while driving, and accidentally spilled it on her lap. The coffee caused severe burns, and she later filed a lawsuit against McDonald's, ultimately winning nearly $3 million in damages. This case is often cited as a prime example of America's lawsuit culture. However, the circumstances and her intent are often misrepresented. Stella Liebeck, a 79-year-old woman from Albuquerque, New Mexico, sat in her grandson's parked car after purchasing a 49-cent cup of coffee in which she wanted to add cream and sugar. With no cup holders, she held the cup between her legs as to not spill the coffee in the car.
Wanted to get the top off to put cream and sugar in, so I put it between my knees to steady it with this hand, trying to get the top off, and it just went,
Stella suffered third-degree burns on her thighs, buttocks, and groin. She was hospitalized for 8 days receiving skin grafts and spent 2 years recovering from the burns. So what made the burns so severe? McDonald's served its coffee at scalding temperatures of 190 degrees Fahrenheit, hot enough to cause third-degree burns in seconds. Later during the trial, it was revealed that McDonald's had received over 700 reports of incidents similar to Stella's in the last 10 years. She asked McDonald's for $20,000 for her medical bills.
I was not in it for the money. I was in it because I wanted to bring the temperature down so that other people would not go through the same thing I did.
Since McDonald's only offered her $800, she hired a lawyer. This resulted in a case trial in 1994. Stella and her legal team argued that the coffee McDonald's served was unreasonably hot and that the company had ignored prior warnings. McDonald's argued that their customers wanted their coffee hot and that she was to blame for spilling it on herself. However, the jury awarded Stella $200,000 in damages, but this was reduced to $160,000 because it was found that she was partly at fault. It was then changed again to $2.7 million, about what McDonald's made in coffee sales in 2 days at the time. Almost immediately after, news stations picked up the story, but most of the coverage lacked context. Some were mocking her as if she didn't know coffee is hot, and others called her greedy.
I had to put it in my shirt and sneak it in.
Yeah, see, they like to sell their own coffee.
Yeah. I had to step over someone, and I kind of got pushed, and it spilt on me. We got a chance?
Do we have a chance? You get me one coffee drinker on that jury, you gonna walk out of there a rich man.
Politicians began using the McDonald's coffee case to advocate for laws that limit damages people can receive for personal injury cases. The term frivolous lawsuit became tied to an elderly woman cashing in on her own mistake. Next time you hear someone bring up the McDonald's coffee case, remember that she wasn't at fault.